Okay, so I'm so happy to have you, and I'm so happy that you said yes to being in the yoga studio. Like I was mentioning to my community yesterday, I want to have different people in the wellness space, and you're somebody that throws it down in the kitchen. That is not my lane. So I love to nourish my body. It's just the whole like I'm insecure about it, which is something that we did discuss on the first cooking session that we did together, that I thought was empowering. I didn't expect it to be that, to be honest. So I was like, I have to have her come into my thing and bless my people. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to like just chit chatting today and just like bouncing ideas back and forth. I am looking this way because corporate job life. So yeah, anyways. So
Okay,
yeah.
absolutely. And I'm looking forward to it. I think one of the biggest joys and probably misconceptions of cooking is that, a lot of times people will go in not really having a guide and just kind of trying something to see what happens. And when they fail, they figure, okay, I can't cook. And if I had kept that mentality the first time I made rice, thinking, growing up in the family, it's like, oh, we eyeball everything. I don't need to measure. Girl, I needed to measure. My brothers would not let me live it down. They called it mashed potatoes for weeks. And I was traumatized. I really was. But then it was something that I'm like, no, this is a part of the family tradition. Like I can do this. And so went back and realized, okay, rice is not one of those things that I should probably not measure. And so, once I was able to do that, my confidence grew. So a lot of times, I like to tell people, don't give up, try something, follow a recipe to build your confidence first and then move forward from there. But that's why I like to be there to guide and to kind of take the edge off of cooking, especially new dishes.
Yeah. And I don't think we realize all of that, because you're saying all your brothers, I laughed and I apologize for laughing, but like there's been things where I've had like people say things when I'm cooking and I get insecure about it. And it's like, I don't even know the full words, but you don't realize it kind of does kicks your self-esteem a bit. Cause you're like, okay, I guess I can't cook because, this person who I look up to or that I care about is saying those things to me. But I do like that you're like, no, I'm gonna like take control of this. I'm gonna learn how to do it, and I'm gonna get better and better at it the more that I do it. And that goes with anything. And I think that's like a light bulb moment that I've had recently. So I'm excited to like cook with you again, because you were really gentle about it. Because like like growing up Jamaican, my dad he's the one that would primarily cook, and he was like, you have to know how to cook, because that's those very ignorant statements, but women should know how to cook, la 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 la, right? So he's saying these things, and then he's teaching me, but he's yelling, and it's just like it was a lot. So I didn't like to cook, and luckily my husband loves to cook. Similar, he's passionate about it, and so I'm blessed with that. But I know there's people that aren't, and there's people that still, they want to eat healthy, they want to feel good. And that's why I was like, I have to have Liv, because I know you could help people in my community as well who are like, okay, I want to cook healthy, but like I'm not confident. Like there's confidence in cooking too. It's not just like
Absolutely.
wearing a bathing suit or wearing that cute dress. Like there's confidence even in cooking. It's
Yeah,
wild.
absolutely. It's so funny how all of these things seem to tie in. A couple of things just from what you said, it made me laugh that your dad was saying, "Oh, women should know how to cook," but he was the one teaching you,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes.
so, and it's when you look back, because and something we're talking about in the coaching program is the reframing of the mindset. And when you think about how your dad taught you or the way he was teaching you, my reframe of that is, okay, he's teaching you to cook under pressure. Let's find the joy in that, right? Because I'm pretty sure if someone came behind you and was yelling, you'd be able to manage
I would make it
being in
work.
the
Yeah.
kitchen. But a lot of times cooking it's actually a show of love. if you think about the passion that your husband has for cooking and cooking for the family and cooking for you, you know, you're like a prize to him. And so he's able to show his love through cooking.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that confidence does come in where it can be shaken by something somebody says. Even if you're trying a new recipe or a new seasoning and somebody comes in and they say, what's that smell? And they scrunch up their face, you immediately get like, oh no, you know, you automatically think the worst. But building your confidence in the kitchen is a good way to have that form of expression and just get used to practicing. I think the practice behind it builds the confidence. And it's the same thing with how you speak to yourself. I mean, I could go on for days, but it's beautiful how all of those things are intertwined. So I'm definitely looking forward to coming into your group.
I am too. It's gonna be really good. And like just repeating what you said, all of this is intertwined. Like who I wouldn't have thought that cooking would help me build confidence in the kitchen, but in other aspects of my life. And you know, maybe for some people, like I'm not gonna say never for me. But maybe for some people they'll learn like, oh, I actually do enjoy cooking. And that even like it could be pleasure for some people because pleasure isn't just, I don't know, this is my brain is just going here, but because I was speaking with a group of ladies last weekend about pleasure and like the first thing, you know, you think of is sex and orgasm, but there's other ways you can experience pleasure and cooking is that for some people. So I think that's beautiful. And do you okay, yeah, next part. Because we're kind of brainstorming too. I know, what did I say? Oh, we cooked eggs last time. Actually, yesterday, in my stories I posted, I did make lunch, everybody. And I made avocado toast because that's something simple. So that's something that I enjoy to make. So I don't know if maybe you want to do something like that in a couple, or is it next week that we're doing it? Yeah, next week.
Next week.
So I like avocado toast. I like eggs. I like breakfast. Breakfast is like my jam. I could eat it every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dinner. Like I love it. So that's because I know you were asking me like, you know, tell me other things. So I do enjoy avocado toast. I salt, pepper, lemon, and then I put chickpeas to
I
give it like
saw
a
that.
crunch.
Yeah.
So I was actually gonna ask you this, and I was gonna ask like my answer. I was like, no, I'll just ask. Would you put apple cider vinegar in your avocado, like your guacamole?
I wouldn't be against it because of the tartness of it. I would try it just because I am queen princess of substitutions. So anything I can substitute that can add a healthier spin to it, I would definitely try it. That would be something that I would probably make the main part and then set aside a little and mix it together and try like as a sample before I just go, you know, balls to the wall and just throw it in there. But the way that it tastes, I would say that would be an interesting, because I like lemon and lime in my avocado.
Right.
And so, yeah, I can see that.
And I was so like yesterday, because I don't think like this is something else about me that I have to be better with. And that's why I like to meal plan, because I'm somebody, I'm like, crap, I'm hungry. And then like I just like to open the fridge and have the meals there. But you know, sometimes that doesn't happen, especially being a mom and like working full time and all of these other responsibilities. So yesterday when I was like, crap, I gotta make something, and I was tempted to eat out. And then I was like, we have all these avocados, like we have all this fresh stuff. So I was putting the lemon, I was like, let me put some lemon. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should put ACV. And I was like, oh no, that's too much. Like it's the same. It's right. Is it like the acidic family?
Yeah. So. And the funny thing about that is that was probably your intuition popping in, because a lot of times, and kind of tying back to a couple of the other things that you said, cooking is one of those things where it stimulates your creativity.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you might see a recipe online. How many Instagram posts have I saved saying, I'm going to make that? I literally have a smoothie recipe that's a Snickers smoothie. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's happening this morning. I have all the ingredients. But you get into the kitchen and you realize you're missing one thing from the ingredient list. And then you're like, what can I substitute for that? And then you go to, trying to figure it out. But it's something that will stimulate your creativity. And then when you realize, oh, I can add this thing instead, then you start kind of thinking, okay, what else can I substitute? Remember when we made the eggs, you were like, oh, coconut oil, that's new.
Yeah.
But once I learned about cooking with coconut oil, I could not go back. And so it really is a good way to boost your creativity and all of that. So yeah.
And that's important. Like being, we're all creative, like we all are. And that's something I didn't know till recently, that I was like, oh, I'm creative. Like I really thought it was for certain people, but we express it in different ways. Cause you mentioned that earlier, like cooking is a way you express yourself, and then you also how you express your creativity. And I think that's something where I'll kind of run into like a block is and my husband is very good at this. He's good at substituting. Me, I'm like, oh, we have to have the almond flour. If we don't have the almond flour, it's not gonna like be the same. And he's like, no, just use and he just knows, like it just flows for him, because it's something that he loves to do. So I know this is gonna be really it's gonna be really good. And I keep mentioning my husband just because I love to see people in their like when they light up. And I mention that to him all the time. I'm like, you light up when you cook, like it just comes off of you. And I see that with you too. Like, it's just, you love to do it. And so I love seeing people like in their purpose, and it's exciting. And so maybe we'll do avocado toast, maybe we'll do eggs. I don't know, but I was like, oh, I got to tell Liv that I made avocado toast yesterday. So if you want to do a spin on the avocado toast, maybe also, because with avocados though, like this can be a challenge in the sense that as a mom, because I, talk primarily to moms, I would like to think of a breakfast option that we could eat, like at least 2 times, Monday, Tuesday, or, maybe even 3 days in the week. So I don't know if avocado toast could be a good option. Maybe there's a way to hold the avocado, like the guacamole in the fridge.
Listen, no, I'm already like, when you said that, okay, so there's this avocado toast creation, because I like avocado toast, but me being as tall as I am, as slim thick as I am, and as much as I'm in the gym, I eat a lot more.
Yeah.
And so, a slice of avocado toast isn't really going to cut it for me.
Yeah.
And so I was visiting a friend and she introduced me to like the breakfast version of avocado toast. And so I ended up creating a sandwich out of it. And so it was the toast, the avocado, and like a side of meat. And so I made a sandwich. I'm a sandwich girl. Like I'll take anything for breakfast and make it into anything, literally. And so it's the toast, the avocado, and then the meat, and then the egg on top. So I would fry an egg, but I like mine dead. Well done. So I fry my egg and then throw a slice of cheese on it. It becomes like an open faced sandwich, but it's so much more filling and it feels like breakfast. And then you get the healthy fats from the avocado. So that could be something that we put together. So let me put that as a note.
Yeah, I like that idea, because I feel the same. Like it felt good to eat the avocado toast, but probably in an hour, because I have a really fast metabolism, so probably in like an hour or two, I was like, crap, I'm hungry again. Like I was like starving. So I do like that idea, and I love sandwiches too. So I love this egg avocado meat sandwich. This is good. This is going to be really good. I'm going to
you'll be able to. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Or yeah.